Morning everyone. A nice slightly cooler weather. Still been hot, but we haven't had that blazing burning sun that shrivels all my plants up. Well, the blazing horrible sun is back. So 9 o'clock this morning I had to put shading on the tomato plants that were my outside tomato plants. Let me show you. There we are. My tomato plants are being protected. They're still a bit, you can't see that because it's in the shade now, but look at that, that's from this morning before I covered them. Not good. So they're shriveling up. It's pretty damp in there, so it's not as though they haven't got water because I watered them last night. The advantage of these three is they don't really get an awful lot of sun all day. They're just starting to get a bit now, so we're on about 1 o'clock. So this is the best place for the tomato plants if we're going to have a hot summer. If we're going to have a cold, wet summer, that place is not good because then they'll be all be getting blight. Oh, my yellow courgette's doing well. I think what say I've got a, oh, can't see. Well, that leaf doesn't want to do as it's told. Where's it gone? Can't see it. Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh. That's better. I'm round now. That's the second one. I've already had a big one off of this. So these are doing well. The bees are having a field day. Can't see any bees. See all the bees? There's loads on this plant. I've counted about 5 already. Quick glance. So everything's in full flower. Everything's doing nice. This one, I think I want to pull this one out. It's not getting no. It's not. It's. Can't talk this morning. It's not got much room. That's what I meant to say. And neither has that one there. So I'm gonna pull them 2 out. That's better. You can see all the flowers on it now. I've moved my chair to another part of the garden, into the shade, because I can't stand this sun. So if I spread these flowers out, they can have the room that the chair took up. This is the other one, and I couldn't see these flowers. Oops, that's fell off. It's made it easier for me to show you. Oh, I like that one. That's really nice. That's it, a bit more out. Pity I broke that one off. I only just touched it though, and it fell off. They're all down here like that lot. Oh, hiding. Oh, that's pretty. Look at that. Some big buds on here. So if I leave them 2 out there, you get a bit more light. I think they're getting a bit cramped in there. I think I find my light purple and white dahlia. There's just little signs of purple on this edge. I'm waiting for this bud to come out for about 4 days now, and it's just defying me. It won't come out. So I've ordered some more cold frames for the winter to save more plants. So I haven't got so many things to grow from seeds. So I'm going to save some of my less hardy fuchsias and my geraniums and my peppers. I'm actually going to pick out the best 2 plants and put them in the conservatory. Well, if people that watch my other channel will know, my conservatory is my gym. So there's room on the windowsill, so I'm going to see if I can save 2 plants. Then I've got a head start for next year instead of having to wait for them to grow from seed. And if it's too cold in the conservatory, you can always bring them and put them in the front room window. But that is the plan. So we've ordered 1 or 2 bits and bobs for next year. So I will just show you in the tunnel. Done a bit more bottom off leafing. I did say that right, did I? Bottom leaf taking off. That's a bit better. It's this heat, it's killing me. At 9 o'clock this morning, I was out here in my pyjamas just to check on everything before I went off to walk the dogs, walk my mum's dogs, do any of my mum's jobs. And it was burning my arms and my head. And that's when I spotted the tomatoes and had to cover them. It's terrible. So we're back into the plus 30s again. So in Fahrenheit, that's somewhere in above 80s, up going from 80 to 90, I think. I know some of you in America have hotter weather, but we're not used to this. Not every day, constant heat. Us in the UK are slowly wilting. But there's one good thing that I've done, and I didn't do it on purpose because we don't normally need shading. Because, changing the subject slightly, I'll show you my tree. It's lilac. I normally keep the centre, take all these little shoots off in the centre at the beginning of the year, so it doesn't get too shady down here, because we're not used to this weather. And I wished I'd left them on now, because we could do with the shade. But turning round, see these sunflowers? Look at these massive sunflowers, which I showed you the other day, which says it's the best sunflowers I've ever grown. And then I put sweet peas to grow up them. It's made it so it shades this area. Not completely, it's dappled, and it shades the front of the tunnel. I mean, I could always have this down, but I think it's better to have proper light than all this shaded stuff. But these, that butternut squash, like the mini butternut squashes, and that pumpkin was drooping terribly at the beginning of the year because of the sun. Now, even though we have got a slight droopy leaf on this tomato, look, it's stopping all the sun getting in, and it's a lot better. But I've only just got my head inside this tunnel and the sweat is dripping off me. It's absolutely horrendous, this weather. Don't like it, I prefer cold me. But I was saying I'm going to show you that I took a few more leaves out, and you can see all the tomatoes a lot better now. Look at these, it's looking good. I just want them to go red. We have quite a few of these beef steak tomato plants. This one is a Tigerella. It'll have stripes on it. This one down at the bottom, you can see the stripes a bit better. This is Aroma. These are good for making sauces. Now, I'm not quite sure whether this is a money maker or one of the others. There was a couple that I didn't recognise the names. So next year I'm going to label each tomato plant, because I've got lots. I couldn't bend down anymore and sweat's dripping down my face. I was saying I've got lots of different types to grow. I'm growing one of each different variety that I've bought, and I've got lots of new ones I've never grown before. So I am actually going to make sure I label every single plant and do what I've done with the dahlias and tie them onto the plant so that they can't get knocked off. I'll just show you I can't breathe in here, it's so hot. I'll just show you the cucumbers. They seem to be doing well. Oh, I'm getting tangled in. tangled in tomatoes, sorry. I've just seen something that I caught my eye that I need to go and sort out after I finish filming. Right. Cucumber plant 1 is to the top. Cucumber plant 2 is to the top, nearly to the top. But the first 2 cucumbers were planted in the middle of the bed here, trained to the back wall of the tunnel, and then trained up to the middle. So that is the biggest one. This one has just gone straight up, because this one was supposed to be a bush. It says bush on the packet, but it's not very bushy to me. I've had to started off with a little frame, and then I've had to put something's on the back of my neck. I've had to put a stake in, so a bamboo cane. Let me see if I can find the cucumbers. Have a look. That one comes out like knobbly. There's another one back there. This one is a different plant, and you can see they're going to be a longer, thinner cucumber. There's another one there. This plant is the same as the first plant, and they come out knobbly, but it's very nice. So they're doing really well. Going back to the tomatoes, that's the one I said thought it might be a money maker. But this one isn't. Another different one, because it's running more on a vine. So you've got long ones where they're bigger and more clumpy.